All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Jason here, TCP SuperSystem creator. Got a good one for you today. A little different twist. Got some Bitcoin proxy companies, some stocks that we actually made a trade on today, and I'm going to show you why we made the trade and where we put that money and why. So on the screen, you're going to see Bitfarms, and this is our three-component system: standard deviation, our main indicator, and our hot sensors. But I want to show you before we get into the analysis, you know, looking at Bitfarms, you can see we had this long downtrend back here in March and in April. We hit a level 1. These are the light shade green, level 2, and then there are level 3s, but we didn't see those, just like you have on the upside. So the light pink, medium pink, and dark red, that's level 1, 2, and 3. But you can see we hit that level 2 right here around the 78-cent mark. And at the same time, two of our hot sensors were pretty much orange or red, and that's typically a solid point for us to, consider making a scale out or scale in opportunity there. Again, the system interpretation signals, they're not recommendations to buy or sell. We only share this for informational and educational purposes only. I'm just a guy on the internet. I'm not a financial advisor. Investing in crypto and equities is risky. Please consult your licensed advisor. I do not provide tax, legal, or financial advice. But with that out of the way, you can see we did hit a nice run up here, and today's the 11th of September, 2025. So we got this nice 15% pump. And what I want to show you is not only did we hit a level 3 indicator, but we hit a 1, 2, and a 3. And typically those level 3s, you can see just like we did back here, we start getting those level 3s. I mean, we're getting pretty close to a retracement, and I can show you that on some other charts as well. And just because you see a level 3 doesn't mean it's going to retrace, but that's where these other signals come into play. And I want to show you here that with this level 3 that's happening today on Bitfarms, all three of the hot sensors are turning red. You can just see it beginning to do that. And our standard deviation methodologies are it's well into the extremes, highlighted by these dark X's. And with that, typically you would see a retracement back to normalized trading ranges. So with all three of these things combined, we exited our entire Bitfarms position today after that pump this morning. And next question is, where did we put it? And we're going to show you. So Cleanspark, another Bitcoin proxy mining company. Take a look at this. This is beautiful. This was back in July and August. You saw the downtrend here. Some level 2s, some great areas to scale in, dollar cost average, if that's a thing that you like to do. Again, not financial advice here, and then you can see that pump. We hit the level 3 and boom, retracement. And now what we're seeing, which is very important, you can see we had this nice little confirmation of a downtrend highlighted by that yellow label. We hit that support or just below that support, which that is the 100-day moving average. And it kind of went a little sideways in that cloud. Never really like to trade in the cloud because it's kind of indecision. It could go either way against you, so we don't do that. But now we've broken out above that cloud just a little bit. And now we're hovering back around that 100-day and 50-day moving, 100-day and 200-day moving average, which are typically big levels of support. And at the same time, we're seeing all three hot sensors that we have, so short-term, medium-term, long-term, all three are crossing over the midlines. So that's a very, very important. That's some significant, well, I won't say significant, but positive momentum for sure. And then at the standard deviation at the top, you can see that fast line. That's the red line here. It's up into the extremes. And as long as it can maintain those levels, what you'll most likely see is the blue and orange will follow. And it's already started to do that. The blue is approaching the red zone. That orange is entering into that green zone. So we would like to see that penetrate through that green zone. And, if you'll notice, we're going to have most likely have a little bit of resistance here around the 1085 mark. That's that 50-day moving average. If we can bust through that, we could probably see some upside here. And that's why, based on that, we transferred those profits from Bitfarms into Cleanspark today. Hopefully we can get a similar run. You get a nice little pump like we saw in Bitfarms. Everything is setting up to look pretty good here. Again, none of this is financial advice again, so just a guy on the internet. But this is how we leverage the system and how I make profits, and I'd like to share this for free for educational purposes. And what this system really does is, again, it doesn't tell us to buy or sell, but it does highlight opportunity zones where we can use our own logic and rationalization to make decisions. So that's what we did. Again, if you enjoy crypto or equities, yeah, put anything you want in the comments. Can't promise we can address them all, but I'll put these or any recommendations or suggestions through the system and make a video for you guys or ladies. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you get some value out of that. And if you do, please like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.